Yeah, there's already nothing happening. This as it is it is already not something that can be pointed at. It can never be known. It can never be understood. It can never be gotten because there's no separation. It's not separate from itself. It's already everything, which may include talking happening, listening happening, sitting on a chair, expecting, and the words that are being spoken right now. Analyzing the words. So it's already everything. Even what seems to be the knower is already this appearing as a knower. There is no separation. Separation can be seen as just a thought, which is also appearing from this vastness. There is never really any separation. There's just this, which is already everything. So um, there's always that sense of okayness with what seems to be everyone and everything here, because everything is seen as just an expression of this vastness, spaciousness. There is nothing outside of this that is separate. There is already nothing outside of this that is trying to align itself with this. There's just this. There is already no woman or man here. There is already no human being. It's just this vastness, what is totality appearing as that. There is never any real separate self, separate person, man or woman. This as it is isn't a story, yet it may appear as what seems to be the story, but itself as it is not a story. It's just here, deathless. It is already that which was never born. Therefore, it never dies. Death and birth can can appear in the story. Death and birth can be seen as just a story appearing in this. So already there is no one to live life. There is no one to possess life. Therefore, no one can lose life. There's just life. Life is already deathless. Even when the body seems to drop, Life can never be affected by that. Life as it is, that is vast, is never dependent on the body for its expression. It is just life with or without the body. It may express in the body, but when something happens to the body, life remains as it is. It's as if nothing has ever happened to it when the body is affected. So the separate self is really just life dreaming itself to be separate from itself. It's just a dream. But in that dream, when it ends, or when it seems to end, it is recognized that there was no one there who was dreaming. So nobody wakes up. It is recognized that uh, the one who seemed to be living life was never even there. It was all just an imagination. That which is imagined is not real, is already not there. It's just an imagination. So that one can never really be helped, can never be really be, or can never really be one with this because it doesn't really exist. It's just an imagination. So there's no help for that which is imagined because it's already not there. The imaginary separate self, if it seems to have problems, those problems also can be seen as just an imagination appearing in this. They are all imagined because in the first place it doesn't exist. It's imaginary, so it will also have imaginary problems. So this doesn't mind. It doesn't really mind itself, and it doesn't try to get rid of that which is imagined. It doesn't try to get rid of that which doesn't even exist. It doesn't really see the other, it sees itself. This doesn't see the me because there's no me already. So there are no steps to get to anywhere. There is no way to get to. There is really nothing to be done. There's just this, and this can't be done because it's already whole and complete. That which seems to be searching for this is already this. So the searching, the seeking is just this appearing as searching as and seeking. There is no one behind the seeking who can get from point A to point B. There's just this. So there's just seeing. This seeing as it is has no past. This seeing as it is has no future, and it has no present. And this seeing as it is not a man or a woman. It is already empty. Then there may seem to be a knowledge in the memory that may seem to appear.
Are you there, Nkosi?
Say,
There you go. You're back.
uh, so the seeing as it is it doesn't have anything in it. It doesn't have any gender. It doesn't have any agenda. The knowledge in the memory that this is a room, that this is a computer screen, that this is a meeting. That's just the knowledge in the memory that may somehow may seem to be imposed in this seeing. But the seeing itself is just empty, is vast. Even the body is seen from the seeing. That which seems to see the body can never be the body, is not the body. That which sees the story, the movement, can never be the movement or the story. It is greater than that. That which sees the sense of being separate from everything can never be the sense, be that sense. It must be something greater than that. So everything is seen and everything is allowed to be as it is without judgment, because it is also seen that that which seems to be an appearance is also just this appearing as that. So this doesn't mind all the appearances, because the appearances themselves are just an expression of this, or that which can't be seen, that which has no gender or any agenda. It is already empty. It is already not a man or a woman. It doesn't have any culture. It is already bedless and deathless. So it's not already in the realm of uh, of a person or what seems to be the person. It's already not there. It's just somehow watching what seems to be happening without interest. You know, watching with interest may seem to be an appearance that appears in it. If something is watching with interest, that's just an appearance in it. But itself, it watches without interest. It doesn't mind what is being watched. It is not trying to grab what is being watched or analyze. It's just there. If something happens to the appearance, is never affected. This is never affected. If something happens to the body, this is never affected. In the same way, when you play a video game, you play a certain character. When that character dies, you know, you are never affected. You know, there may seem to be those emotions, felt, but really, it's just a video game. At the end of the day. So so the body can be seen moving around, fixing this and that, driving a car to work, coming back, engaging in the story, talking, discussing issues, you know, this doesn't mind. There's never any real meaning to this. But what seems to be the meaning may seem to be imposed in it. That's all this means. That's all okay. Now I get it. But there is no meaning. It's just what seems to be happening. Because there's already no one to know this. There is no separation. There's just this. This has no knower already. Everything is already the unknown. This is unknowing happening. What seems to be the knower is an appearance in this. There's no real knower. What seems to be the knower is just a dream. It's just a knowing, dreaming itself to be the knower. It is already unknowable. Vast, boundless, and empty.
So I just want to write down something you said.
Sorry?
Just want to write down something you said.
So, what is being looked for, or what is being longed for, is already this. It's exactly what it is. It's if it seems, if a thought appears to say there must be something greater than this that can be seen as just an appearance in this. This is not yet it, is also an appearance or a thought that may seem to appear in this. As this. I wish I could get it. It's just totality, this appearing as that. I wonder how those who seem to have got it managed to get it. Yeah. This could be seen as just there's also totality appearing as that. So there's nothing separate from this. There's nobody separate from this. There's just this
Easy for you to
boundless.
say.
That's it too. Anything may arise. Anything may arise. You know, if a ghost feels maybe somehow to be dating, and then is trying to take a bath, can that be possible? I'm feeling very dirty. I need to take a bath, a nice shower. So it's it's not possible at all because no, it doesn't exist. It's not there.
Should say that next time you see somebody try to get baptized.
Sorry.
Next time you see somebody getting baptized, you just say that. I toast ghosts take a bath.
Because even when there is an what you call astral projection, the body is not visible. It can be seen that there's something, but there can be just consciousness, if I may say, but there are no legs. There are no there are no legs, no arms, nothing, just emptiness. So this body is like water that has been frozen. But that water, when it is when the ice melts, then it may tend to be water, and then it may, when the sun is there, it may like suddenly disappear. You know? But when it's ice, when there's just block of ice, it seems to be real. You know, it's like we take that block of ice and make it to be the shape of a person, and it melts. It is seen that it's just nothing. Nothing special. So the body is nothing. It's really nothing. So if frustration appears, if anger appears, if confusion appears, uh, it must appear from that place which never appeared, that never appears. It's just there, it's washed. So that which is watching is never affected by the appearances. But when it identifies itself with the appearances, it may seem as if it's being affected and then it's a way out. But it's just never affected by anything. Then, just for an example, if you're watching a TV, a documentary, you know, where people um are causing are making are causing explosions, huge explosions to happen, maybe in a desert area, you know. So you're watching a TV. Can that screen, when the explosions go off or go on, I don't know how to put it, can the screen be affected? Can the TV screen be affected by those explosions?
No.
Yeah. So you are like a screen, a TV screen, you know, it's just there and everything plays out, people moving around, cars booting, the screen is never affected by anything, by what happens there. It's just there. And then when the whole movement or the TV is switched off, if I may say, then it is seen that it was just a screen. It was nothing else. But when you turn on the TV, you see the mountains, you see people, bad weather, storm. It's as if you really, it's there, but it's just a TV screen at the end of the day. No, it's like that. It's like a screen. There's a huge screen, just this seeing. But this one is a 3D screen. Spaciousness, where everything plays out, but this spaciousness, this vastness is never affected by what seems to be playing out. Is never affected by the story appearing in it. it never it's never affected by what is being spoken or what is being said in the media, news media, you know. You can read the paper, but you know, the news, the things that are being said, it's just they are seen as just a story, you know, an illusion.
You know, it's amazing how quickly culture evaporates. You know, it's talking to Melissa about things like there's movie stars that have biggest thing in the world 100 years ago, and they died, and nobody remembers them, except for the historians. You know,
Yeah.
there's entire things on the news, and just conflicts and countries that have been forgotten, languages that have been forgotten.
Mm.
It's evolving with each generation, in each locality, in each tribe, in each reassessment of coming together and evaporating, coming together and evaporating. You know,
Mm.
always seeming so important. And you see people with their little scenes, their own little ideas about fashion, culture, music, politics, and people who don't know about it, it just doesn't make any difference anyway. You know what I mean? It's almost like self
Yeah.
hypnosis, right? Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, it's you know, somebody who's regarded as special, you know, when he is still there, apparently, you know, he is celebrated. But when he dies and is forgotten just like that. As we are saying, you know, it's like,
You hear famous people talk about the process of being famous. Apparently, it's a real drag because everybody begins to treat you like they think you are. You know, you become an idea, and people react to the idea rather than you. And that's really what happens all of the time. But when you're famous, that idea precedes you, I guess. you know.
yeah,
So
yeah, right. When you are seen in the movie, you know, then you are celebrated. Really, when they see you, like walking in the streets, going to buy in the grocery, buy a grocery in the store, and then they may take you exactly as they always see you in the movie. You know? But there you are just yourself and you're not acting.
right, right.
Yeah, it's very funny. They always come with that understanding. It's all when it passes in the movie. But turns out that really different from. Yeah, you know, all the superheroes like from 80s. Those used to like Rambo, Sylvester Stallone. They seem to like they don't die. They're always they seem to be like present, even in their old age, they're still acting.
Takes over their mind. Takes over their mind. It's like the Rolling
Yeah,
Stones. You know the Rolling Stones rock band?
yeah, yeah. You told me about it.
Yeah, I mean the guys, they were making music in the 60s when they're in their 20s, and then they're still doing the same thing now. And
Wow,
eventually they just embrace the idea of themselves, so they start to, you know just live they just live the idea. You just live the idea 24/7.
wow. How old are they now?
I think some of them are in their 80s. I think they're in their 80s. Yeah. So they're running
Wow.
around on stage selling out to millions of people. Very strange.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. But isn't it kind of
yeah.
what
I
we all do
remember.
anyway? It's what people do anyway.
Sorry.
It's what people do anyway. The idea of trapped by the idea of yourself. People
Yeah,
get,
yeah. Exactly, exactly. And then when there's a recognition that uh, I've never been this separate self, what a relief! Such a relief. Because that idea, it really becomes very heavy. Becomes at first it is enjoyed, but as the time goes on, it becomes very heavy, and then we have to some they end up committing suicide
yeah.
because of that, never really taking time to investigate as to uh, what is it exactly? Is this really true? Because this idea somehow is imposed when the baby is born, is imposed on the baby. You are told that you are so and so, so and so. You are even told that you are a human being, of which is not true. You're a man, you're a woman, you're an African, an Indian, all those ideas, they're just there to decorate the story, to decorate the story, to make it shiny, mm, beautiful, but they are not true. Yeah. So, and they are always in the past or in the future. They are never here now. Always yesterday, in the future. It's like that idea. It doesn't really like this. That now, when you talk about now, right now, it doesn't like it. It likes the past, the future, the past that doesn't even exist in the future. So the separate self or the me is just an idea that is believed to be true. It's the same as when somebody can just come here and tell you that you are a dragon. Then when you believe that, it may seem to be true. Whereas it's not true. So when the baby is born, it doesn't know its name, it doesn't know the surname, it doesn't know even that it is the baby. It doesn't know anything. It doesn't know wrong or right. So it's already not a baby. It's just a label. It's nothing really. Everything is already nothing.
You know Jesse Jackson? Do you know who that is? Probably not.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
Uh Jesse Jackson. Is he Michael's
No, no.
is it
Jesse
Michael's
Jack
brother?
Jesse no, Jesse Jackson was a politician all the way from the 70s. He was one of the first kind of big black politicians to make it into in American politics. And he was, I think I think his father was a preacher like you, and um, and he's a preacher too. Um, and he can preach, right? He gets everybody really excited. I don't think he ever became much of a politician, but he'd go around and try to get the black people in America to take more pride in themselves, you know. Uh, and he was a big civil rights person helping the cause of black people in the United States. But he would hold these rallies, and then he would have this chant that he would have people say at the end of the at the end of the rally. He actually came to my high school and he did this. He said, "I want you all to say, I am somebody. I am somebody." And that was his big thing. Everybody, everywhere he went, everybody, I am somebody.
Uh, wow.
Yeah.
I think I know him. The guy with the mustache.
Yeah, he's got a mustache and kind of a little, kind of not very kinky, short afro, and really big eyes, really friendly face. He's a great person, absolutely great person. But it's just kind of funny because it's doing the opposite of what you're talking about, right? It's hardening the ego.
Yeah, yeah. It was making your ego very huge.
Read after
Yeah,
me.
when
You are nobody. Yeah.
yeah, when there's a recognition that you are nothing, nothing affects you, nothing that is discussed about in the media, or if somebody's giving an advice that you should do this and that for your life to be okay. You know, if you can listen, all the conversations they're always pointing to you. You should do this. You are wrong. You are right. You are responsible. So if that idea of being a you is believed in, then it may seem to resonate. Okay, I think I need to take
Mm.
it advice.
Yeah.
But no, it's just an idea. Yeah, there's no you. There's no you. You're nothing. Or there's nothing, if I may say. There's just nothing.
This is unknowing happening. That's what you said earlier. This is unknowing
Yes.
happening.
Yeah. Yeah. It is unknown, really. Appearing also as a knower. That's how it plays. Oh, I know this. No, doesn't know anything. Knows bunch of labels, knowledge in the memory that doesn't even exist. Labels. Oh, it's a computer screen. It's a room, but it's not a room. It's not even a computer screen. It's nothing. Because a newborn baby cannot say this is a room. If a newborn baby was given an ability to talk, he wouldn't say anything. If you don't know anything, well, what can you say? Don't know
I
how
don't
to
know. I seem to
express.
remember newborn babies complaining a lot. Waking up in the middle of the night and
Cry.
crying. So how's Nkosi? Little Nkosi.
Yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. Yeah, and he likes his dancing. Like that.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. Does he pick that up from his mother?
Mm, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think so. But he just started to dance. Like he never saw anybody doing it. Like he had a song, and then he had a beat, and then he was moving moving along with the song. Mm. It was amazing because nobody taught him how to dance. Even the movement of the head.
Yeah. On TikTok, there's all these different videos of children that are like, from the age of about 2.5 to 4, when they're just learning language and they're just learning to mimic the culture. And these videos are just of kids that are so steeped in their culture, that it's just kind of hilarious. You know, uh like there'll be like a little Scottish kid asking for something, and the accent will be so thick that you can barely understand it, or like Southern kids that are, doing things that are just so Southern and having this just huge accent, or like, just mimicking their uh their culture and their parents. You can just see them just getting into the cracks of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm. So your children used to dance too when they were younger. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I used to love, I mean, I've got videos still of them that when they were dancing as they were little kids. Amelia would run around like a ballerina, like this to the kind of classical music. And Mitchell would always dance like he's
Wow.
crazy, crazy dance. I'll send you a video. I've got some videos on YouTube that I'll send you for when they were tiny kids. But same thing, like Amelia would be trying to dance like a ballerina, and Mitchell would try to be dancing like a superhero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what they saw.
Yeah, beautiful. I'd love to see.
Yeah, I'll find them and send them along.
Mm.
Okay, Ancosia, it's beautiful tonight. Thank you. Yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah.
Mm.
I'll be
Uh,
next Tuesday I can do it, but the week after that I'll be in San Francisco, so I'll have to see what day is good. I'll communicate with you. Maybe have to do another time.
no,
Okay.
okay. No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. You're welcome. Mm.